welcome to another recording of Stellaris Apocalypse. Going to start off by saying I'm not looking for likes or subscribes. I'm looking on comments to help build my channel. Okay. So right now, I'm finishing off my ring world. And once this is built, and I have everything upgraded, I'm going to focus on my research nexus. Now this ring world was found, this was an old dead empire. That's why it's away from my empire. But I'm going to be building the nexus here, a Dyson sphere here, and I think somewhere in the back here I'll build the sensor network that will scan the entire galaxy. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I'm going to use this ring world as my main energy and mineral production. Then once I've got that going, I can get this research center going, which will help boost my research, because at this point I've pretty much researched everything and I'm just getting those bonus plus 5%, plus 10 sort of research things. Once I build the research nexus, I'll actually double my, or close to double my research points. And as I pointed out in the last video, I can probably build a good 16 of them, which will get my research up to about 7,000 each. That's if I build 2 per system, but the first system had 4 planets in it, so I can build anywhere from up to like 4 per system. So we'll have to wait and see. It is going pretty slow. I've got it on the fastest speed just so that the construction won't take as long. Now I did the research, I picked the research that makes this take less time to build. But this is a repair, so I'm not sure how that affects it. So I think it took 20 years to build a section of these things. So they all have 4 sections: the base, and then the 3 components that help research. The Dyson sphere seems to have a base, and then the infrastructure, and then this inner shell and outer shell sort of build. So they've all got 4 each. Okay, so in this video we'll kind of focus on the construction of our mega structures. Yep. And making sure that our resources are maxed out. Okay, so every time one of these goes empty, I'm not going to click on it every time this arrow pops up, because I'd be clicking on it constantly. So I wait for it to fully build everything, and then I go back to the planet and click on a few. Now, the top half is all done because I was only doing like 5 or 6 at a time, and I've actually got the top half done in that fashion to save up a few minerals. With this one, it's almost done. I haven't built all the buildings on this one just because it's the last one I built, and I was trying to make sure that I had enough food resources and energy as well. So what I'm going to do now that I've got this up and going, more than enough energy, but I'm going to build 1 more energy just so I've got a bit of backup. And then I'm just going to build mining. I'm going to build mining even on the research resources, because once I get my research nexus up, these will be obsolete. 1 point compared to a couple of 100 points is not going to make a difference. So we'll just build mineral mines. Sorry, coffee. So I'll just build mineral mines everywhere. I should have more than enough energy, because I've had more than enough energy to power the mineral mines, but I've built another one. I've still got to upgrade some. Ooh, and I've still got this one here, so I can, bam. So I think that's close to 20 once it's fully upgraded. I think on another planet I've got one that's fully upgraded. Sorry, I sound a bit weird. I'm not sure. I sound like I'm crying, but I'm not. I'm just a bit tired. I can hear my own voice, and it sounds weird. Sorry if it's coming across very weird on the internet. Okay. Oh, okay. Normally I'll have one of the society outputs, so I can actually build that gene clinic. Can I actually build that without it? I've already got it. Gene clinic. I don't see any green. Oh, here it is. Awesome. Minerals. Yes. Minerals. Yes. Yes. Minerals. Yes. Minerals. Yes. Yes. Okay, so every square has now got a building lined up on it. So we'll just upgrade everything else here. And the population is growing. Because all my other planets are actually fully populated, they're actually sending a population over, and that planet will then grow another population. Let's see. No, that one's already growing back. Sure, why not? Trying to keep these guys happy. I don't think it goes plus 100. Opinion of us is 100. I don't think it goes above 100. Could be wrong. Well, their opinion, I think, was I can start. Opinion or appreciation? Anyway. Okay, the reason I'm not building the science nexus now is because you can only build one megastructure at a time. In-game logistics, the Empire can only focus their attention on one major structure at a time, so that makes sense. I guess maybe if there was a mod out, the mod would say that the second one would take twice as long because you're putting most of your attention here. But I reckon you could easily do 2 megastructures at once, especially if, let's just say you've got 5 systems, you can build a megastructure. So you've got 10 systems, surely if you can build 1 with 5, you can build 2 with 10. Just using canon and logic. Okay. Way more energy. I didn't build all the... okay. I must have skipped this by accident. Okay, I didn't build all the mineral stations. Okay, so this planet is now... How did I miss those two? They were... Or maybe I saw the alien and I just saw something and thought the base was there. But that one he's just arrived, so I couldn't have done it there. Okay. I'm hoping that these particular ones will create something for me. Actually, did they create something for me? Let's have a look, see if they have a specialty building here. I can keep buying these things, but I don't need migration attraction, and I finished my Unity out research, so that's not really of any importance to me. But they did send, I think I give them money or credits to research, and they'll sell me a building that they've researched with my credits. But they've only given me 1. that I can remember. Okay, so this is going very slow. It's hard to keep this entertaining for people who are watching when there's nothing happening. What's this little skull looking thing here? Oh, that's the Colossal. Yeah, okay. So I have got all the ships. I've got all the technology. So I've got all the ships. I've built the Titan and the Colossal. Okay. So let's have a look. Titan, Colossal. Yeah. So it's quite useless. I don't know what it did. All it did was make my population unhappy for 20%. I thought it would like help my empire like unify, but it seemed to make them unhappy. So I don't exactly know what that did. Okay, so that's almost fully upgraded. Why aren't you happy? Okay. Why are you unhappy? Unrest. But why? It doesn't actually say why he's unhappy. What makes him unhappy? Oh, he's a if you're a solid. Well, why aren't you 71? 37. Why aren't you at 31, 37? Well, I'm extremely confused. If they're solidary life forms, why would they inhabit a world that already had humans on it? That doesn't even make sense. The AI has a weird way of doing things. Yeah, like that. Before they were colonizing planets that they weren't able to colonize, and they were unhappy because the planet wasn't to their liking. Okay, so he's happy all the way across. So why is he only at 42? He just go. He went down from 37 to 32. What about this one? Faction happiness with a max happiness is almost about the happiness. Okay, so oh, okay, my 4th ring world. I haven't colonized it, so where's my colony ship? Colonize. Okay. I think there would be the best. Yeah, there will be the best. Awesome. That one was fully fledged out. Awesome. Okay, nice and shiny, no that rusty, broken look. Starting a new home, awesome. So now I can focus on my research here. Now, with building this, upgrading it, it's going to cost 25 energy per level. So I've already done 2 levels, the base and some of the arms. Expanding it will double the output and cost 75. So that's going to bring this down. And the upkeep will go up another 25 at the end for 100 total, I'll assume. Okay. Okay, well I can't say that because I'm actually building one. So where are these lots? right on the opposite side of the galaxy. Okay. Now, I assume that each empire will only build one of each. So if I'm on easy, beginner level, so I'd assume they're only going to build one of each. I can build, again, just in this sector alone, I should be able to build 16 at least. Then I've got all these other systems in these sectors that I can build on as well. So a mega structure is built around a planet. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 planetoids in here I can build a research. Let's have a look at this one. 1, 2, 3. So 3 in there, so at least 2 per system, up to 6. And that's just in the sector. So this is my research sector. So I always build at least 3 sectors to start off with, even if they're tiny. And basically I start with energy, because energy powers everything. So you want that sector governor to focus on energy. Then the energy will power your minerals for your next lot. So I build a mineral one. Oh no, sorry. Research is next, because that's the next one on the list. That will power your research. But with doing this, I always build the mining stations on the minerals and the energy first, and I'll leave the research to later. I want to get all the minerals and energy I can. So once those 2 sectors are started, I'll start the 3rd sector, and that will be my minerals. I don't bother with the okay, so I've got the financial, which is energy, then research, then minerals. I don't bother with the food one, because I always try to make sure that every planet has enough food. They should provide for themselves. It's just the way I play. This one, they basically just build whatever. So if you don't choose something, they'll just build how you would, just build whatever is needed as required. Okay. So I have to wait for this to get up to 30,000, I think it was. Yep, 30,000 mineral before I can actually upgrade. How many are left? Just the one. Okay. Awesome. Here's the shroud. This is like a bypass in technology. It gives you a bonus boost to something that you would normally have to research, whereas the research would only give you like a 5 or 10% increase. This gives you like a 30% increase. Increase evasion. So let's have a look at our ships. Military fleet. Okay, evasion is near the bottom. It's 30%. So if this works, it should go above 30%. Ooh, decrease. Oh, I want that one. But it's even the high probability, you still got a chance of losing it. So I'm not going to go for this, even though I would love to do that. The ship upkeep is at 477 and 335. So if I could get that down, I think it's 30% or 33%. So let's have a look. This might go. This should go up to evasion of 40 if it works. If my calculations are correct. Between the shroud and the starships, use it. Agreements are now able. Okay, so we'll exit the shroud and have a look. Well, evasion's jumped to 6, so it doubled the evasion. Awesome. 60, 60, 60, 60, and 60. Yep. Okay, doubled the evasion. So upgrade all of these. I'll make sure there's building in every square. Yep, cool. Okay, so okay, already an upgrade. What did I just? Oh, I missed one. Okay, so basically it's just going to be a slow turnout. I'm just going to wait for this to get 30,000. I'm probably just going to click focus on research, you know, get that going. If you want to skip forward a few minutes, I'd suggest doing that. Because like I said, I don't know how long this is going to take. It's going to be a slow, drawn-out video. I think the next couple will be. The last few were a bit patchy, where you had a bit of activity, then nothing, and then a bit of activity. So I'd say if you want to skip forward 10 minutes and see if anything's changed, you should do that. Now this is Federation view. Okay, so this is a fallen empire. Ooh, they're very happy with me. And they decided to create a federation to help eliminate this alien scourge. Ooh, right. They are like, they build out, then they spread their fleet out, and the other fleets come in and wipe them out in the middle. So it's a pretty back and forth battle. I want to build the satellite before I get involved in this, because they're going to maintain their strength. As soon as I get that satellite, all these grey systems will become white. I'll know exactly what's going on in them. I can just come in with my fleet, wipe them out, build outposts, and claim this whole sector for myself. By the time I get to that level of being able to do that, I will have a huge, massive fleet. I just got to increase the cap, which I think I'm researching. Yep. And then I can just swarm in and wipe out each fleet individually, because the fleets won't normally swarm at you unless you're in the territory. That might have changed with this Apocalypse update. So if I attack one fleet, the others won't necessarily swarm to attack me. The closest ones might come to defend it. But as you can see, I've got about 100,000. This is about 100,000. So I got 3 fleets of 100,000 trying to attack my fleet of 100,000. So yeah, it's going to be a tough fight. Let's see, does it have a list? Oh, okay, so I don't have any smaller ships. Considering they're called the, oh, there we go, small ships and smaller ships. Okay, carrier class, Queen. Actually, I might. I can't actually. Can I? Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's what they are. They're an organic crab, godlike entity from another dimension. Not dimension, another galaxy. So let's have a look. Upgrade all this jazz. Ooh, research. Pause. Have a look at the research. Fleet command limit. Awesome. So now I can merge this one into that one and have it as one fleet. Shift. Merge. Bam. 106,000. New research. Naval capacity. I've got to increase this naval capacity. Don't really need that right now. I don't use edicts all that often. Naval capacity. So I'm going to focus on naval capacity and food. So if I can get my naval capacity, my military capacity, and my food up, I'll be happy. So I'm just going to focus on those 3. So once I double my research, it's going to halve the amount of time, and then if I build another research on top of that, it's going to make it a third. If I just keep building more and more research, I should be able to just get my fleet, even the small fleet, once I research all the weapon upgrades, it'll become like, without putting any more ships in there, I can get that to 200,000 points. So yes, research is very important. Also with the shroud, it increases your what do you call it? Attack strength, hit points. There's all sorts of random things. It actually gave me a giant. Where is it? Oh, where did the giant go? I don't think that was a short-lived thing. Oh, okay, there was... Oh, the psychic avatar. So this thing has a damage of 10 to 21, whereas this has a damage of 4 to 8, and this is your average army. This is what you start off with, 2 to 4. So this thing is just huge. It's just like a giant giant soldier that you drop on the planet, and that one soldier should be able to take out a small army in itself. Okay. Oh, I forgot to start building on here. Okay, so I'll just quickly pause this so I can check this out. Okay, so I just build all the food. I'm going to save that for the Paradise Dome, so I'm not going to build on that. Build food, build food, build food. So once I have enough food, I will delete the farm and place a mine there. If I delete one of these, it'll either be a mine or a energy production. So now that I have the food sorted out, that should be more than enough. I'll leave that for the energy grid, which you can't build till you get to the second level. Energy, 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 energy. Okay, I might as well build the mines, except for this one, which I will build the not mining network. The I keep forgetting the name of the damn thing. The mineral processing plant. Every time I forget the name of that thing. Been playing the game for on and off for about since it first came out, the original release. Hadn't played it much in the last year or so. Played it for a week before the release just to get myself familiar with it. But yeah, that week of playing it didn't prepare me for the changes that were made. Pretty much a completely different game. They could have sold this as Stellaris 2 and actually made more money off it. They really did a good job. Really good job of doing this game. This expansion. Okay. Should have more than enough energy. I've got all these energy things. So I'm just going to build a whole heap of mineral production. That way I can upgrade them all at the same time. So the only thing I've got to worry about is these three that I want to build the second level things on. So every square's got a building on it except for those three. This one is almost fully upgraded. What's going on here? Okay, well he's growing, so that's good. Unpause. Okay, so I have to get this up to 30,000 so I can build the research. I'm going to build the research before I finish off the Dyson Sphere, because the Dyson Sphere is actually 50,000 per structure. And I might do the sensor grid next, the galactic sensor grid, because I'd assume that's similar to the research nexus, in that it only costs like 20 or 30,000 to upgrade. I think there was one other thing. Oh, a gateway. Now I don't want to build a gateway because I'm not sure if they're all interconnected and any two can join to any two. So if I build a gateway here, the enemy fleet can just come into the middle of my empire and wipe it out from the inside out. So I'm not interested in building any gateways. There are gateways throughout the galaxy. Anyway, there's a couple of, I think there's like a dozen of them. There's like 2 right next to each other here. So, no, 3, look at that. There's 3 right there. There's a wormhole here somewhere as well. There's another gateway. So there's gateways everywhere near the center. And there's a wormhole. I think there were 4 sets. There were 8 wormholes that I counted earlier. Yeah, slow game, slow game. So as soon as these stop building, I'll have a quick look and see what I can upgrade on the planet. Okay. Oh, so they've shrunk a bit. They were out here. This one's come in a bit. Okay. Oh, clickety clack goes the neck. Alrighty. I really want to. Hey, hang on. Did this whole all this here was marauders. Pretty sure that's the. Okay, the marauders have joined the Stellar Alliance. Okay. So a quick pause of this and have a quick look at this. So minerals have gone up another 5%. Now I've still got 2 weapons to finish off. There's okay, it hasn't popped up. So I want to get rid of these as soon as possible so I can have all the weapons fully upgraded. Unpause. Okay. Okay, so they're spreading their fleet out, which means they're coming in and conquering these star systems. Then they'll fall back, spread out slowly, bubble out, and then they'll come in. And so they're kind of like growing and shrinking over and over again. I think they're maintaining this. The entire alliance is maintaining this. If it wasn't for them, I think the galaxy would have been taken over by now, because I screwed up early on in the game and didn't have enough of anything because the gameplay had changed so much I hadn't realized. Okay, why haven't they colonized this system? I thought they had actually. That was part of their system earlier. Yes, let us continue. Okay. Look at the way the AI, it just moves everything so seamlessly. If I had a whole heap of fleets, I couldn't move like that. So smooth. I couldn't move like that. Okay, so let's see. Whoa, what's going on? Okay then. So what's going on here? So yeah, they got like at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 13. They've got at least 13 fleets of about 100,000, which means they've got 1 million fleet power, which is why they're maintaining. This little blimp here is a queen that is injured. It has no timer on it, so I can go in there and get it whenever I want. But the damn thing is, it's right in the back of their empire, and you can't get to it unless you come through here. But as soon as you enter this area, you can see it's boarded up. As soon as you enter this area, they're gonna swarm you. So I've got 100,000 against 1 million strong, trying to try to get this ship. And I don't know what happens if it automatically transfers to your home system, or you have to grab. There you go. Or you have to grab it and take it. But as soon as you grab it, the other fleet's going to destroy it. So the game mechanic placed it in the worst possible position they could have. Smack bam in the middle of their empire with no access to it. It's literally on an arm. So not much you can do. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah. The shroud can also increase your capacity as well. I think the trouble of having a Colossus ship is not worth it. If you go for a peaceful faction, you can't actually create a planet destroyer, you've got to go for a warlike faction, I believe, because I only had 2 options. They were kind of like pacify and they change their religious point of view and build a shield around their planet. Yeah, I don't think it's worth having one, to be honest. Next time I do the Unity builds, I'm going to skip past this. I'm not sure which one I'll go with, but it won't be that, that's for sure. I'm happy with all the others. I should have gone these 2 first because they are brilliant. That's what opens the shroud and gives you so much bonuses. All this other stuff I'm happy with. This isn't too flash. I guess if your conquest build, you would have a lot of fleet power and be able to have the Colossus as part of your thing. But it's a late game mechanic, and really, if you're doing a fast conquer build, by the time that mechanic comes around, you've already conquered the galaxy. So unless you do what I'm doing and just go slowly on purpose, sort of thing, you're not gonna have time to build one before you win the game. So either you're gonna get wiped out or you're gonna win the game. It's like that's the only choice you got, really. Okay, I'm gonna see what my not research, what do you call it? Oh, there they are. My equivalents. Okay, so I'm pretty fast gaining on the Fallen Empire. My naval capacity is equivalent. I'm actually building it slowly, so sooner or later it will be superior to theirs. My fleet power is growing it up to theirs, plus my research is going faster. And then the current crisis, yeah, we have allied with them. I'm not entirely sure what will happen once my fleet power and technology level surpasses them, whether they'll be like, oh, okay, we're equals. I'm not sure if there's a mechanic in the game that allows for that, or they're the Fallen Empire, they know more, deal with it. Okay. Upgrade all things. So upgrading obviously will waste cost minerals that I want to save up for the research nexus. Sorry. Excuse I. But in building these things, I'm actually getting my mining networks better. So I might spend a few, but in the long term, I'm going to be producing more minerals. Okay. Is there anything I can do, really? Nothing at all. All I can do is wait for my minerals to build. That's all I can do. I can send my fleet in, but they'll get wiped out pretty quick. And then I've got to waste minerals rebuilding the fleet. So I see no point in joining the war. Unless they bulge out and then keep bulging out, like beyond here. I see no point in joining the war. My fleet will be wiped out just as easily as everyone else's. Okay, they've got 30,000, 36,000. What? Was that a mech? Oh yeah, Mech Puck. Star Nation. Mech Puck. Hook. Mech Hook. Hooks. Pucks. Pucks? I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to be able to pronounce them, and that's why they write them like that. Okay. Well, sucks. S-U-X. So, pucks. Yeah, it should be pucks. Mech. Pucks. Okay. So, they've obviously taken some damage. Yep, 98% damage with few ship losses. So I think if I can get one more decent upgrade that gets this above like 110,000, that should meet most of their levels. I think one of them had 120, but most of them about 110, as you can see, 111, 111. I think one of them was 120, but that fleet might have been, oh there you go, 123. Oh, two of them are 123. Okay. Three of them are 120. So if I can get mine up to about 110, 120, then I'll send my fleet in, because at least they can hold their own. I've got a Titan, which I don't think they have. I think their queen is basically a Battlestar class, because that's their queen, I believe. I don't think they've got carrier. Yes, their queen. So the Titan is more powerful than their queen. Oh, Shroud. Linger for a while. What's this do? Medium of what? Can it be possible to physically enter the shroud and emerge elsewhere? It might create a wormhole. Enter then exit anyway. Might create a wormhole. Let's have a look. Okay, yet another flickering star suddenly appeared, but this time we are ready, and it is indeed an alien ship, unlike any that has blah blah blah. Oh, this might be an ability to have the ships act as their own wormhole and jump. Oh, I think once you get that, you actually have to research it. When something like that pops up, you've got to research it. My ships haven't got an upgrade option. My ships haven't, but they dropped in fleet power. How did that happen? What the hell happened there? How did they drop in fleet power? Because I was just saying, they were 100 and whatever they were. I wanted them to be 110. What the hell just happened? This game is throwing curves. You think you got something sorted out, and then something happens that changes it. Like this will be plus 100, then all of a sudden it'll be minus 100. I don't know why. Nothing changed. I haven't done anything within the last couple of months, so I have no idea what's going on. Kinetic artillery. Armor. I want the armor up. See, it doesn't matter if this isn't... Okay, now I've got this... Okay, because that kinetic weapon, I upgraded that kinetic weapon. So I want to get the armor up, so it doesn't matter if I've got very weak weapons. If I've got strong armor, I can handle myself against a strong army. So I'm more than happy to leave that. Let's have a look. What? 70 ships. So will this upgrade the entire fleet with that new drive? It shouldn't, because... Well, the Titan won't upgrade, so... I'm going to have to look at this. My ship designer. Test a Titan. Actually, what's the cruiser got? Nothing has changed that I can see. Battleship is slightly stronger. I'm not seeing anything changed. None of them added the organic armor. Hang on, what happened to the organic... I researched the organic armor. What happened to it? Or am I still researching it? No, I've researched it. What happened to the organic armor? Maybe... Does it... Oh, is it not on a large? Oh, there it is. Regenerative hull. What's this? Oh, I thought that was a colonized... Okay, so this is upgrading the ships. I'll leave that there. Ow. I won't do it just now. I'll leave that there and see if anything changes on that list. I might have to go rewatch the video and then tell you in the next video what happened, because there are a lot of numbers there to look at. I just hope this goes back. I don't know why it dropped 10,000 points. 10,000 damage points. Makes absolutely no sense. Oh, wait, they're getting wiped out. What are they doing? Are they going to fall back or what? I normally just go up there and they're big, and then I go back up there and they're small, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Fully upgraded. Upgrade. And now I can't upgrade any of these until this is upgraded. And I can't build the other 3 until that's upgraded. So I'll wait for that to finish again. Whoop, go down here. 90%. Unless something pops up, I'm just going to stay here and check this out. Okay, so 25:05. Dang it, I was looking at the date, not this. No, well, the weapons damage didn't go up. Still at 92. I don't know where that 10,000 points went. So I don't use edicts that increase power, because they run off, and this is what happens. You drop and you're like halfway through a battle and then you get wiped out because your penalty wore off. I was going to send that once I got a good upgrade. I wanted to get to about 110, and now it's just randomly decided that it's not going to. NG grid, processor, and dome. Okay, and then I'll just upgrade. Ooh. How did I thought I double checked to make sure. Well, maybe because it was next to it. What's my energy at? More than enough energy. That's going to be a mineral. Yes. Then I'll upgrade everything. Okay. So once I've finished this playthrough, I'm going to play a different game. I'll probably come back to this. Starting as a different sort of player. I'll probably just pick a random empire and play from that instead of trying to create one. But I'd like to create another one, maybe a war-based one. So anyone new to the game, whenever you create a race and save it to your list of empires, when you start a new game with another empire, that race you saved actually can be one of the empires that randomly spawns. So you can actually be fighting yourself in a way, because you're fighting the empire you created. Okay, so yeah, all we can do is wait till this gets to 30,000. Then we have to wait a certain amount of time for it to build. Then we got to wait for another 30,000 and wait for it to build. And once that's done, we'll have a science station. Ba-bam. Actually, wait. This didn't increase by 75. Yeah, I don't remember that increasing at all, because I'm pretty sure this was at 500 at one point, and somehow it's dropped at least 50 points. Because I was wondering why this research was going so fast, and when I looked up it was like 450 and this was 500. I don't see any point to it, but I've got enough. I've got excess energy. Excuse me. Who died? Oh, the Emperor died. Who cares? It's only when my scientists go that I'm worried. They're the ones actually doing something. I don't. For leadership, I don't really focus on governors or generals. I think generals are more important in this game, but I'm not entirely sure why. I just remember hearing something about that. Collateral. Plus, why would you want your collateral damage to go up? Wouldn't collateral damage cause more damage to you? Isn't that what collateral damage is? Unless they're saying collateral damage is infrastructure. You're 33% more likely to damage. But I don't want to damage the infrastructure. I want the infrastructure to be there, so I don't have to waste minerals on rebuilding. I don't disengage. If I'm going to fight, I'm going to fight to the death. Don't really care for that. Don't really care for that. Army. This one would probably be the best one just because it's got this attached to it. I don't disengage and I don't understand what the collateral damage. Their own soldiers as well as any. Oh, minus. Oh, normally the minus is in red. Minus 30. Okay, so that makes sense. So this general might actually be decent. I might recruit him. I'll go to my armies tab. Why is it? I never built any armies anywhere else. I don't know why that's there. Assign the general. Okay. Am I the leader again? What's that? Oh, it's a deal. Yep, okay. It's a deal even though I've already done it. Am I in charge again? Yeah, I'm the leader of the empire again. All these extra things. Okay, so shift, tab, 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 tab. Merge. So they're all gonna fly off to wherever. Do you? Oh, where's this? That's where they're all going because this one's the only one staying put. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so once they all merge into one fleet, I will upgrade them and then send them in for a suicide mission. Why? Because why not? That's why. Okay, plenty of things, all upgraded, all upgraded, all upgraded. Habitats. Okay, so habitats are another mega structure. They've got to be built around a planetary body, but they give you another 12 resources, population squares. Okay. Energy weapon, build cost, energy credits, shields, energy weapons, energy credits. So I've just upgraded this one. Attack speed. I want to create. It's gone down again. What the hell? This is in comparison to others. Wouldn't the others just go up and leave mine alone? I don't understand why this is dropping. I'm trying to increase the power, and every time I try to increase it, it drops. So that's dropped another 4,000. I'm assuming there's a ratio, a curve, where the highest level, would it be the one that's calculated against and everyone else drops below that? Just so you don't go up to like the million. ASpec is another, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. ASpec is a, I think he works with Stellaris in general. He seems to know a lot about it, the background, so I'm assuming he might be an employee or know, or have, maybe he done such good work they have asked him to do videos. But he might actually know what the calculations are behind this. So I recommend going to see ASpec. If I can, I'll put a link to his videos in my description, because I'll make a note of that now before I forget. ASpec. Okay. ASpec in description. In description. Okay. So I don't forget, because I will forget if I don't write it down. Because I forget stuff as I'm doing it. That's how forgetful I am. Okay. 26,000. Oh, dang it. That really annoys me. I forget to unpause, and I'm like, why isn't this going up? It was 26,000 10 minutes ago. It's because it's been on pause for 10 minutes. You're an idiot. Okay, so once this gets to 30,000, I will start the building on the next level of this. Now what I'm confused about is it hasn't changed. Like nothing, I'm pretty sure nothing about this changed from the base to this when I built the second level. Maybe that little thing in the middle was there, just built around it, and I just didn't notice because I was zoomed right out and all I saw was a little dot. But I'm assuming the next upgrade, wings, will actually build out some sort of satellite looking solar panel sort of looking thing. But I guess we'll find out once it finishes building. Yeah, so it seems to double 7,550 to 300. So yeah, I thought it was 400. Maybe I miscalculated. I don't know. So much to try to remember for such a small brain to conceive the information. Okay. Actually, if that's there, I'm going to build a science ship. I'm going to see if I can assist research on that actual outpost. Oop, wrong one. Earth, starport, science ship. So I'm going to see what I can do. Now, if the Dyson sphere has a whole heap of planetoid squares, like the ring world has 4 separate planetoids, just to help understand what I'm trying to say here. So it has 4 sections which are 4 planets. It counts as 4 planets. So if the Dyson sphere is supposed to be a huge structure compared to the rings, there's got to be like more than 10. Yeah, more than 10. More than double what the ring world is. Like, there should be, I think, in theory, there should be 1 million planets within the Dyson sphere. So if there are so many planets within this, I'm just wondering if it would just be 1 square of 25 and the mineral output will be like 1,000, you know? Like, it would just be, you build on there, you get 1,000 resources. I'm not sure. I've never actually built a Dyson sphere before. This isn't new to Apocalypse. This is from a previous upgrade that I never actually got until this week. I bought all the upgrades from last week, and I'm starting the new game with, yes, a fresh look, and it's backfired on me. I really should have research survey. Yeah. What's the youngest one? 40. I'll get this one. Let's have a look. Can I get this one to? No. That answers that question. It will not assist research. So assist research will actually increase the output of research from that particular planet by 20%. And also give the planet 1 unity point, which goes up to here. Okay. Well, I figured it out. I have learnt what it does. Okay, now I can upgrade this nexus. Yeah, it should take 20 years. Oh no, less than 10. Oh, that's right. I upgraded a technology that made it take less time. So it was 10 years, and it got taken down. I'm not sure. Whoa, head spin. I think 25%. So that's going to be a couple of years away. Head spin. Okay. What should I do? It's the middle of summer here in Australia, and yeah, it's really hot. I'm sweating lots. I'm sure you would like to know that information, and I think I'm just dehydrated. Maybe that's why I sounded funny when I started off. I just was a little dehydrated, a little drowsy. Okay. I made a promise to myself. Oh, okay, they're merging. Okay, now they're one fleet. I will upgrade them. What are they gonna come to my system? They are. They're gonna come. They're gonna use that gateway. So I can't upgrade at a an alliance member's starbase. They have to come all the way across this galaxy to my starbase. Huh. If it went there, it'd be... Ah, because they're not a member. Yep, okay. So I could actually build a gateway here. I've got the starbase. I've got it fully defended with all sorts of defense platforms. And I've got this all built as well. So it's got defense platforms, 23 defense platforms. I think 2 of which are ion cannons. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, there we go. The bottom 2 are ion cannons. So the ion cannons do a very limited amount of damage compared to what I thought they would do. 72. A lot more than defense platform, but yeah, still pretty weak. Okay. Increase firing, decrease ship upkeep. Again, it's the second one down. Firing rate. Okay, let's have a look. No, not that one. This one. Do I have a firing rate? Firing rate of 49%. Okay, 49%, firing rate is now 69%. Firing rate 69. Okay, so that's increased. Now what's my... Okay, so see there's no upgrade, so I don't have to upgrade to get it. But after a little while, I'll get this little arrow to upgrade something in particular. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this fleet on a suicide mission to weaken... Oh, I haven't gone up far enough. To go here. I'm going to have them aggressive. I'm going to give them an admiral. Yeah, an admiral. Let's see. I don't think it matters on age because they're going to die anyway. I think this one because I've got the psychic. Bam. So that's going to increase the fleet. I think it actually did go up from 50 something. Oh, see, this can be researched. What can be researched? I had just upgraded them. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, they hadn't finished the travel. I thought they were in orbit. Oh, they weren't in orbit. They were in transit. Okay. Trying to keep a mind on the game and the game on my mind. Okay, so once that's upgraded, so it did actually go up a few bits. Okay. Oh wait a minute, did my admiral die? No, my admiral didn't die. I don't know why it's dropped. It's dropped about at least 10,000 points. It's gone back up a bit, but it dropped at least 10,000 points. So once these ships have upgraded, I'm going to send them on the suicide mission. And again, they'll take a gateway up there, so they'll cut across the galaxy pretty quick, hopefully. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how long this video's gone for. I'm just going to quickly check check with my recording thing. So I'm going to go to my thing here. Oh, 1 hour and 5 minutes. So I'm going to end this right now. I'm going to save it. Save the game. Agree. And then I'm going to exit to my desktop. Yada yada yada. Obviously. So in ending, I'm just going to say what I always say. These are the games I have available at the moment. These are the platforms I use plus Arc. Any platforms or games you want me to play, just leave a comment about it and I'll see what I can do. I'm not looking for likes or subscribes at the moment. I'm looking for comments to help grow my channel, make it better. Keep it civil in the conversation. I'll see you in the next video.